Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, here at the Eastern District of New York Courthouse today, Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. We've just covered actually all morning since 9:30 the U.S. versus Barrack case, the cross-examination of the government witness who put in all the documents. Basically, Mr. Schachter, the lawyer for Tom Barrack, is trying to show, hey, he did these things for other people. I'd look at my notes, except that it's raining out here, but he did it for China. He met with the president of Peru. He did all of these things. Barrack, meanwhile, had his hands, once again, sort of finger on finger, one of these sort of pensive poses. Grimes, very jocular with Abby Lowell, his lawyer. It's quite a scene. Now, I've had to step outside to get my phone and check anything. I've been out of touch for about 4 hours now. Hopefully that's resolved today. I've done everything possible, and we're going to have a report later in the day. I'd actually hope to find a positive report stepping out. Now, let me just run through the rest of the EDNY. We did go to the Zottola case, which is the Bloods and Mob, and the cooperating witness on the stand, Mr. McFarland, if I'm remembering correctly, was describing his, it was actually a pretty sad story, how he went to jail for burglary, then pot, then he joined a gang to have some ego in the jail, and how he slashed somebody in the face, and later became, anyway, he identified a number of the people in it. It's quite a scene. We stumbled on a case where the DEA is saying a guy was exchanging cash for Bitcoin for a 7% rate. That was just taking place in front of Judge Chen. And then, strangely enough, we went to a case in front of Judge Irizarry, which was listed as U.S. versus Doe, but was not sealed. We went in, and suddenly the defense lawyer, whose name is Jeremy Schneider, said, "Judge, may we approach?" And suddenly, after a long sidebar, the whole thing was postponed. I was expecting them to say we're sealing it because the person's a cooperator or whatever else they were going to say. Instead, they arranged to push this down the road, but we're all over it. And again, you can seal a case. You just have to do it. They're just counting on nobody going, and usually nobody does. And maybe some of the issues we've run into might be one of the reasons, but that's also one of the reasons that we're pushing so far. More on Barrack later, innercitypress.com.